What's up, guys? Today I'm in Tempe, Arizona, visiting the Gustavo Dantas BJJ Academy.
I think everyone in Jiu-Jitsu should compete at least once. Royler Grace is always vocal about that. Everyone should compete at least once just to kind of go through the process, the experience, to feel that, the nerves and how that work performing under pressure. So I'm just a huge fan of competition being an amazing personal development tool that exactly learning how to deal with your nerves in under pressure situations and so forth. So that's something that I push over the years for people to compete, to just challenge themselves and be like, hey, really feel that anxiety and feel that fear and just do it anyway. And people like that, not so much of the aspect of the team to win or to get the trophy. It's more about each one's personal journey, and it's been working because I have to say at least 80% of the school's competitors, I would have to say. And it's usually you find a color belt that has never competed at least once. It's rare to find. But I live in completely open. People have different goals and ideas what they want to accomplish in Jiu-Jitsu, but I feel that a lot of people come for competition. They're in the right spot, especially the high level athletes. Moment that you sign up for a tournament, even if your confidence is not high, you're like, well, that would be nice if I win. Everyone wants to win. But maybe if you ask me like years and years ago when I was younger, the answer would be very different. But at 41, I'm really big into the internal piece of being happy with your performance, that knowing that, man, I literally did the best I could with what I know right now. Someone did better, so I wish I could win, but unfortunately it didn't happen. So what I mentioned to my students, again, this is just something from GD Academy, but I mentioned to them, man, all I want after a tournament on Monday, when I get back here, is say having that internal piece that, yeah, I felt great, but maybe I made a technical mistake. I felt great, but maybe I got tired. We're gonna work on. I just want people to be in peace. Of like, hey, I did the best I could with what I knew. But of course, anytime again, is the winning great? Yeah, everyone's trying to win, but and at age 41, not everyone, maybe the younger crowd would completely agree with this. But I feel that nowadays, in this point in my life, the personal satisfaction, the internal peace takes over the winning. At this point in my career, I'm not saying that this is where you see a lot here in the U.S. because of the homeschool. That doesn't happen in Brazil, for example. That a lot of the parents that support, they'd be like, hey, you can homeschool and train twice, and if they see that that's something that's a big passion that they have and they want to go for it. Yeah, so it's about making the right decisions, just the right decision for someone, because it's a rough route for you to try to make a living as just a competitor. I mean, if you want to make a living in jiu-jitsu, you need to have you need to basically invest in your own personal brand, of like, hey, you're gonna become an entrepreneur. Basically, it's not just I'm gonna compete and I make money with the tournaments. Now, it's the whole thing that it evolves, especially nowadays, being an entrepreneur, having a personal brand, and having maybe your associations in the future, or having t-shirts, or having online programs, or having merchandise. There's things that you can go around in order to make your living with your passion, because sometimes people do think small in that sense of like, wow, medals don't feed anybody. In my opinion, I think it's kind of a small thing. You got to think about the big picture of it if that's what you want to do. How many sports that people just start training can just make a living of it. It's not that simple. Jiu-jitsu is not going to be different. So I feel that it's really based on what's their goal, what they're trying to accomplish, and I think more opportunities are coming up now with more competitions. More opportunities come up with seminars. You can be super creative and make a living with it. But this is it's from each one's personal journey, to decide, like, or invest all in competing or whatever. Really, the personal journey. In my career overall, I felt that I was very inconsistent, even though I did have good results coming up, that I felt a lot of inconsistency. And so this has always kind of stayed in my head. And when I started being more active competing, starting 2008 and 9, I started getting back to it, I just noticed that I didn't like how I was feeling, and I just decided to study and start Google. Google mental preparation, and then start to get involved. I was really studying some personal development, and I really enjoyed what I was learning. I got certified with mental coaching. I just started to see the difference. I didn't do with intentions of doing the BJJ mental coach. It was just for myself, taking care of my own issues, understanding like, why am I feeling this way, and I was just looking for that peace with myself, to be happy with my performance. And I noticed how in the academy, so many people that train well are not able to perform to the best of their abilities too. And one day I decided, like, hey, I'm gonna do a class to share and the knowledge that I've been studying has been helping me. And 40 people showed up, which was my, that light that came up. Like, man, you always think that you're the only one that have the issue. You're in the warm-up area, you think that you're the only one dealing with the internal battle. Like, everyone's in the same boat. Some people handle better than others, and I start noticing the results and big changes, I always say, like, not just in jiu-jitsu, but outside, how people start to challenge themselves in their careers, and that for me, it's priceless. And I decided that I wanted to reach more people. I started doing seminars, and I decided, like, I don't want to just reach 30 people, 40 people, in seminars. I want to reach thousands of people. And I started to do more seminars, and then I created the Inner Discovery Fodder Success, which is a program on demand that's starting to reach more people all over the world with English, and now I'm expanding to Brazil, which has been overwhelming experience of so awesome how people have been receptive of the concept, and I've been doing a lot of vlogs in Portuguese. That's basically what came about, and with the time, I just decided it's just really discovered that is my life purpose. It really is to share this message, help people to reevaluate self-limiting beliefs, be more aware of negative patterns that might be holding them back, because a lot of the times things that might be holding you back in competition might be holding you back in your personal professional life. Maybe perfectionism might be holding you back in jiu-jitsu. You might have a pattern of perfectionism, and it might be doing the same thing in business and in your personal life. So not everyone is into that journey, but I do see that more and more people getting more interested in getting to learn more about themselves. And jiu-jitsu, and especially competition, it's a great way to do so. And if you can have some guidance, like I didn't do it before because I didn't know better. I didn't know that kind of content exists. But when I did, I started to become just addicted to it, and I love studying. I love doing courses, different classes. I'm always I'm a consider myself a personal development junkie. You know, always trying to share this with them the best way possible. You know.